Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On at DisneyPlus.com. It's Tuesday, it's time for a quick Disney Plus news roundup. We're going to be talking about Kraven the Hunter, Secret Invasion, and much more. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Okay, so let's kick things off talking about a brand new trailer which was released by Sony, which is Kraven the Hunter. So this is based on the Marvel character. He's one of the main villains from Spider-Man. Now, obviously, this one is a little bit more complicated when it comes to like Disney Plus, but obviously it is a Marvel film featuring Marvel characters, and we've had some crossover with the MCU. We see these films also arriving on Disney Plus around the world. Also, Disney does have a pay-to deal with the Sony for the United States, so therefore this film will go to Disney Plus in about 2 years after its initial release, after it's been in cinemas and then gone to Netflix. So that's the kind of the technical side of things, but let's jump into the goodness of it. So this initial trailer obviously is Kraven the Hunter, and I am a big fan of the character since the 1990s animated series. It was one of the best villains. He was just really good, and this trailer definitely seems to be a little bit of an odd one because it kind of, again, turns the villain into the hero a little bit. It is pretty brutal. It is a rated R film. There's lots of blood. There is some serious bloodthirsty stuff going in here, like catching them with a trap, and it looks really good. I like that kind of stuff. I do like films like Kick-Ass and John Wick, and I love those kind of films. So this one definitely is. This one looks a lot better than I was expecting when I heard that the trailer dropped. I was actually at an event last night, which I will talk about in a bit. And there was a lot of buzz about this film in the cinema. So that was definitely kind of interesting to see how all that came together. I'm definitely looking forward to it. It looks a lot better than Morbius. How this all interconnects with upcoming Spider-Man films. They did kind of tease Rhino being introduced as well, which is obviously setting up, I think, for the fact of maybe getting that Sinister Six film where he takes on Spider-Man. If we've got now Vulture, Morbius, Rhino, Kraven the Hunter, maybe we can't, and Venom, we're kind of getting into the zone where I'm being able to do that one. But yeah, definitely looks like it's interesting. Like I said, it'll be a while until it arrives on Disney Plus in the US, and even longer maybe internationally. But it's with these Sony films, it's kind of connected to Marvel. We kind of have to go into it. But yeah, definitely something I'm looking forward to. I thought the trailer looked pretty good, but let me know what you thought of the Kraven trailer in the comments below. Okay, so let's move now on to Secret Invasion. So last night I got invited to a special presentation at the Battersea Power Station Cinema. Got to take part in an event. There was a load of other critics and influencers and stuff there. It was a fantastic evening. Really enjoyed it. Got to meet up with some friends as well, and from within the industry, and it was a really great event. So we got to see 2 episodes in the cinema. So that instantly means that I got to see it on the big screen. And I'll be honest, I forgot I was watching a TV show because it feels like watching a movie, and it definitely has that level. Obviously this one's got a lot of star power in it. You've got Samuel Jackson, you've got Olivia Colman, you've got Martin Freeman. It is a fantastic amount of people in here. I really enjoyed these 2 episodes. I'm not going to go into spoilers, but obviously this is kind of a fallout from Captain Marvel of what happens after the Skrulls are allowed on Earth by Nick Fury. They're working for him. But obviously there was the blip, and he went missing for 5 years. And so what's happened? Not everyone was kind of following what he was asking them to do because time had been going on. He said he'd let them have a home on Earth. And all these years later, it hasn't quite gone the way that they thought. And some of them have kind of started rebelling against them and want to wipe us out because they kind of like Earth and they want to take over it. So it is a gritty. You don't know who to trust. You don't know if they're the real characters, if they're the real people. There's a lot of stuff going on in here, and I really enjoyed it. The first episode has an amazing cliffhanger. Luckily, I only had to wait like a few minutes for the second one, but this is going to really get everyone tomorrow when they watch this episode. This one is. I really enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed the second episode, seeing where they're going. I'm wondering. There's a few things that have been hinted that might lead on to events in other series or films or anything like that already. But there's also that little part of me that goes, because they showed us the trailer for the Marvels beforehand, and they kind of go, well, if the Marvels are set after Secret Invasion, kind of he's still going to be okay and on the Saber Station. So I don't know, but it is a really good show. I'm really looking forward to watching it again tomorrow because I am going to watch it again and just seeing everyone's reaction to it. Yeah, it looks good. I'm really chuffed with it. I was really pleased. It's definitely nice to get kind of that Marvel feeling back, because we've not had this since, what, last year, and She-Hulk didn't have this feel to it in the same way that this show does. This one's kind of got that Moon Knight Loki feel, where it feels part of the MCU, especially with them bringing in characters from lots of different places and stuff. Olivia Colman in here is fantastic. She's kind of this MI6 agent, and she is kind of a bit bonkers and stuff, but really good. She brings a little bit of humor to it, but it's kind of a bit quirky. I really like it. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Can't wait to watch the rest of the series. I'm definitely in on this one. Okay, and finally, let's now talk about what's new on Disney Plus today. If you're in Canada, you got a brand new episode of How I Met Your Father. It's also available on Hulu in the United States. In our comment of the day, Lego Reader asks, I wonder when they'll announce Monsters at Work Season 2. It's supposed to come out later this year. So this one has been brought up a few times, because obviously they announced that it's coming, and we know it is coming. But at the Annecy Film Festival last week, there was no reveal. I thought there would be, but there wasn't anything coming from this one. Maybe it's not quite ready yet. Maybe they're holding off. Maybe they're going to push it back into next year. I don't know. I definitely feel now with future releases and stuff, things can move around a little bit, but also we are still only in June. We still have got half of the year left to go. If it is coming out much later in the year, it kind of makes sense not to promote it too much. And I think with these animated shows, etc., it's a case of not wanting to put all of them in there, and also you don't really want to be kind of undercutting Elemental right now. We know that's maybe one of the issues they would have had if they put out the idea of Monsters at Work coming out, because while it's not really a Pixar show, it's based on Pixar characters, and therefore that might have kind of taken it away from Elemental. So that might have been a reason why they didn't want to push it. But that's my opinion on that one. Are you looking forward to watching the second season of Monsters at Work? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys soon. Laters.